fellow youth leaders, chairmen of organizations, good afternoon. I'm grateful to speak at this roundtable, and I thank the organizers, the Writers and Journalists Foundation, for the opportunity and creating space for youth to not only be discussed, but be heard. My name is Lukman E.Ismaila. I'm a postdoctoral research fellow at Hopkins University School of Medicine, and my interest lies at the intersection of healthcare and computer science. My passion for impact has been rooted in education and community development. I stand here today because of many people and institutions who have invested in me. From my early education through my PhD, I benefited from scholarships and support programs from the Surat First Group of Company, African Development Bank, African University of Science and Technology, Nile University of Nigeria, and Petroleum Technology Development Fund. Their belief in me shaped my thoughts and drive the motivation to give back. And in 2019, that motivation became Hail It Foundation, a non-profit committed to empowering youth through mentorship, advancing STEM education, and fostering community development. Through our various programs, we've reached thousands of young people and women in Nigeria, creating growth opportunities, resilience, and leadership aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. None of this is the story of one person. It is the story of many people with shared hunger for change. I'm passionate about Hail It Foundation, not just because it's unique, but because it's welcoming. It provides a common platform for people like me, people who want to contribute local effort that aligns with global impact. And Hail It Foundation provides this initiative a place to start. And the light of the theme of my talk today, youth-led initiatives that build peace and social cohesion. We understand that peace and cohesion emerge in communities that embrace diversity, address inequalities, combat discrimination, and promote common good. To achieve these conditions, two elements are essential and in fact inseparable. One drives the other: good education and economic independence. That's why our program focuses on these things. On the educational side, we organize back-to-school programs, which provides learning materials to young school students and keeping them in school and encouraging them to receive early education. We also run Party Girl School Project, which focus on keeping girls in school with dignity, otherwise to provide sustainable menstrual pad to schoolgirls to prevent absenteeism and distraction during learning. Through these programs, we've been able to reach hundreds of school students, and with generous support from donors and funding organizations like the UK British Council through the Climate Action Grant, we are targeting even 1,000 more through our programs. On the economic side, we organize training programs for youths and young adults who still carry the responsibilities in their family. Together, these efforts help to support them through economic difficulties and ease daily pressures. We also help young and advanced learners to gain strategic opportunities globally and locally through advancing with scholarship programs and getting advanced learning levels. My experience working in healthcare data reignite my passion, which is committed to helping solve pressing problems in our community. Thanks to the fellowship at Datasphere Institute, a global network developing agile framework responsible for unlocking the value of data for all. I was opportune to observe the challenges in medical data acquisition, storage, and access across Africa, which led to the proposal of ways to keep data available in a interoperable and accessible way for research. This is important because we understand that better data drives better science, and better science can drive good health. A fair and equitable healthcare promotes trust, which is a key pillar for this. From that work emerged AfriBiobank. AfriBiobank is a Pan-African, multi-stakeholder medical imaging biobank linking research laboratories with hospitals. The goal is to provide a cross-border data policy, equitable access that drives local innovation in healthcare. AfriBiobank is an early testing pilot, and I'm excited to share that our proposal submitted to an international conference, the Medical Image Computer Assisted Intervention 2025 in Korea, has been accepted for oral presentation. And so by next week, I'll be talking at MICAI, where we'll discuss what we're building and how we're building it. Throughout these challenges, throughout these initiatives, we face several challenges, ranging from funding to lack of strategic partners and cultural barriers. We even expect a lot more obstacles as we scale, but we remain committed and hopeful because when we succeed, lives change and communities experience through peace and development.
You only got 4 minutes to say.
Allow me to summarize our practical model in a way everyone can use and in fact replicate. We encourage that we start small, declare clear goals, and of course onboard fellow change makers. Defining impact helps to stay focused on what is important, and of course reviewing our work to improve fast helps to adapt more easily. Today, through our programs, we are contributing to Sustainable Development Goals 1, no poverty, 2, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, reduced inequalities, climate action, and of course, peace, justice, and strong institutions. As a conclusion, our approach to peace and social cohesion involves keeping students in school through the various programs that we have, equipping youths and elders with marketable skills, and of course fostering inclusive dialogue and safe space, building trustworthy system through local and equitable data, strengthening digital literacy like STEM education and so on. Cross-sector or multi-sectoral partnership is very key as well. And of course, measuring what matters, the key indicators of progress. I want to sincerely thank the mentorship and support of Dr. Ansho and Dr. James Becker from Johns Hopkins University, and thanks to my past advisors, Dr. Steve Additional, Dr. Pedman Rusty, Dr. David Russo, for their guidance and support. And to my Hail Youth Foundation family, I want to sincerely thank you for your passion, for grassroots impact, have helped place smiles in people's faces for the last 5 years. And please keep lending a hand because every capacity is used for capacity. Thank you and good afternoon. Thank you and good afternoon once again. I here just have a collection of different questions, and I will try to run through those mostly that are general and concerning, and I understand some of the questions are very specific, so I'll leave those and just run through them. So first I'll double confirm that I get the question correctly, just so I don't answer the wrong question. For example, the one on the scaling model was very specific to another panelist. So I'll talk about the digital online engagement, whether it should be more or less. Let me know if I captured this correctly for the person that asked the question. So the question was, digital online engagement, should it be more or less? Sorry, I have a one sentence representation of your question, and so I just make sure that I capture it correctly. So if you think I have the wrong, okay, thank you, thumbs up, yes. So I did, I got the question correctly. So in summary, the question is, the online and digital engagement, should it be more or less? So my response to this is, and I try to see this because I have been, sorry if I take much time, I'm sorry. Because this has been a very frequent question. I get to answer questions like more AI or less AI in everything we do. That's very specific because I have AI background, and oftentimes I have to, just yesterday I was asked about in healthcare, more AI or less. So this is what I would say. Like every other thing, the goal is not to totally reject any of these. The goal is to have it manifest into what we accept as people and how we can be more productive with it. If anyone would reflect very easily during the inception of Microsoft Word, many people think we'll stop learning or stop knowing how to spell correctly for people who write letters with Microsoft Word, for example. Many, many years back, we know that you're more efficient, faster, and probably going to write better by using Microsoft. That does not reject doing the manual approach, but it helps us to be better. And that's what we do, looking forward to ways to be better over the period of time. So please, I hope I have done justice to this, and I'll run through next. Like I said, many of these are not specific to me, so I would quickly jump. I think I have a question that says, at what time do we stop being youth? I don't know if I get that correctly. At what time do we stop being youth, and what is the handover plan? Sorry if I have misrepresented the question, but this is my summary of it. Is this correct? Okay, thank you. From our understanding and at Helium Foundation, we understand engagement into community impact and contribution in this way comes through inspiration. Like myself, I try to connect back to my story, how I became inspired, often from various opportunities I've been exposed to. I see that as a practical imitation of what we get. So when we receive this, it's only natural that we're inspired to give back. And that's why I believe many of the colleagues are here to try to take practical actions towards reaching out, because the younger generations, youths of tomorrow, when we stop being youths, they naturally hand over. We tend to imitate what we see. And that's who we are as humans. We uncontrollably try to imitate the people, role models, the people that see us, people that read about us, people that watch stories about us. So that's my response to that. And I'll conclude by saying that practical actions are exemplary and helps to build the youths of tomorrow. Just that's the takeover plan. So they naturally take over just because they've seen exemplary people. Lastly, if I can take this, I don't know if I get this correctly, but I guess it's from you. How can youth lead planetary proposals, if this is correct?
Well, also, like, how can we separate adult control, planetary governance, anything?
Okay, I know I rephrased that in my writing because from my understanding, and I'm more than happy to discuss further, and I stand to be corrected, that we are people. And when we look at ourselves, we have younger ones, much older, adolescents, youths, and then older ones, and a lot older ones. I see these as one people, connected merely by time. So I tend to see that quite differently, that we are one, and we may not have to eliminate anyone or any stage of it, because when we're done eliminating, we have to be eliminated, because we are also growing. So I see that I want to describe, and I know another question starts by when do we stop being youth, so I try to connect these two, that youth itself is transient, right? So youth itself is transient, it's also only a matter of time. Next year, perhaps many of us may not be the ones sitting down here, there will be more inspired people here, and so that's kind of a process. Smooth transition is the response, and I think that's best. Smooth transition seems to be similar to my earlier response, which is about inspiring the people that come before us. These people tend to be more inspired to impact the community more positively, kind of our representative when we age, rather than being rejected, but we also integrated back to the community, and we get to benefit. Thank you.